Let's go and welcome back to another week of Talking Trophies. Damo is missing, and this is, you know me, sometimes I like it when Damo's not around because I get to test my interviewing skills. This week I got a one-on-one interview with, we're going down the testosterone route, we're going down the gym route, we're going down the alpha male route, but the main thing around this episode is getting the summer body. Winter's coming to an end. You want to be out on the beach. You want to be out. You want to look good. You want to feel good. So I just said, you know what? Let me get someone that's into the gym. You know, first time meeting you. Yep. We got Roman Shafai.
Yep.
What's going on, man? Thanks for jumping on, bro.
Man, thanks for having me.
I'll tell you how I found you, man. It was the clip when you were staunching at the guy.
Even start to respect before you talk. Learn the meaning of that scarf on your neck. Forget Nestle, Obama promised Israel 30 billion over the next decade. They're trigger happy and they're crazy. Think about that when you're putting Huggies nappies on your baby. Sing it with me now. Free Palestine. Free Palestine. Free Palestine. Free Palestine.
Tell me the context behind it, because you know what happened. I saw the video. Did you have like a table or something, or was it like a pro-Palestine table or something?
So no, that was right outside my workplace.
Okay.
I manage and run a supplement shop.
Yep.
And in the city, so sunny day, Flinders Street. It was 2 days before my bodybuilding competition.
Okay.
So I was very depleted, you know, hangry, just not cranky mood. And then I was listening to Free Palestine.
Yeah.
This was about October 10th, a few days after the event.
Okay, yeah.
I was listening to Free Palestine, eating my lunch, and an Israeli man walks past with headphones on.
Yeah.
And then he looks back, and then he takes his headphones off. And then while I'm sitting down eating, he's like, "Who's playing this terrorist music?" I don't say anything. My eyes just wide open, and then I stand up and then walk around and then get face to face with him.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, so saying that women and children should not be killed is terrorism?
Yeah.
Are those women and children terrorists?" And then he said, "Yes, all this music, all this stuff is to do with terrorism. You shouldn't be playing it."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "What, you gonna stop me? It's a free country. I can listen to it. If you have a problem with it, try and stop me." Basically.
Yeah.
Like, and he couldn't. He tried to like stand over me and bully me, but he noticed when I stood up and got into his face.
I'm not gonna lie, because it was a CCTV footage of that video.
Yeah.
Bro, you look massive compared to the guy, bro.
I know. I was sitting down on a small chair.
Yeah.
So
I think it's because you were sitting down and then you just got up and you were just like, what's up?
When I stood up, he realized I was like much bigger than him.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. I could tell he had no heart. Like when he said, even when he said, "Who's playing this terrorist music?"
Yeah.
I could hear the hesitation and the fear in his voice.
Yeah.
And so the moment I stood up, he was like, "I didn't think about this."
But then I seen you a couple of times after that. That's how I found you initially.
Yeah.
I found you there. I'm like, who is this guy, bro? And then I started watching, and then after that, after seeing that, you started popping up on my FYP.
Yeah.
Because the last maybe like 2 months, I've been trying to get into shape, get into the gym, whatever.
Yeah.
And gym content just seeks in. The algorithm is messed up. I don't know how it works, but it just started showing me gym content. And then that's when I started seeing your gym content.
Yeah.
And stuff like that, bro. But yeah, man. So pretty much you're a bodybuilder. You just debuted as a bodybuilder this year, was it?
Last year, October. And my second show was this year. So I did 2 shows back to back.
Yeah. So you got into the bodybuilding world. You started doing that. You know what? Let's get into it. How'd you get into bodybuilding? What makes someone go from just lifting, doing a couple bench presses at the gym, to just like, bro, I want to compete now?
So it was a long journey. It was about a 10-year process of starting to lose weight. I used to be very like overweight. Yeah. I could eat a whole family burger box by myself at KFC, and like I loved junk food and fast food. I was a gamer, and food was my comfort thing. But there was something inside me where I didn't feel good enough. I knew I was capable of so much more. Like even when I was overweight, I was still very confident. And then after I came back from my Europe trip, I told everyone I'm going to be a bodybuilder. All my family and friends laughed.
How many years ago was this?
10 years ago.
10 years ago, okay, yep.
So sweet. I was like 17-year-old with a dream.
Yeah.
Of just growing up fat and being like, I want to build the best body I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
That was my goal.
And then that's what got you into it. No, but like, because obviously you said that was a 10-year process, and you did it last year.
Yeah.
What was that like? Okay, I'm going to compete now. When was that I'm going to compete moment?
It was around September 2022 to 2023, where, no, sorry, it was in September last year, a series of things happened where I lost my cat. My cat passed away.
Yeah.
My barber passed away.
Yeah.
This is all in a period of like 2 weeks. I went through like a breakup. I had alopecia, like a hole in my head from stress.
Yeah.
I was going through a lot of financial problems and mental health problems and like insecurities and body dysmorphia, and I was just losing control of everything in my life. All my relationships were failing.
Yeah.
I was losing friends, and my family didn't like me. And then I'm like, what am I doing in my life? I decided, I'm like, I feel like I have nothing to lose.
Cause I know you were scrolling and you probably saw an Andrew Tate video, and that changed your mindset. I know you were scrolling, cuz, and an Andrew Tate video came up, and you were down bad, and he told you, what are you doing with your life? You're pathetic. Hit the gym right now. Get big. Something like that. What was that moment?
To be honest, bro, it was before Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
I had this mindset. I was just too scared to make the jump.
Yeah.
I've always listened to Andrew Tate, but a lot of my family and friends have said you're like the Melbourne's Andrew Tate. Yeah. You're just low key. You haven't been on podcasts. You haven't voiced your opinion.
Yeah.
And a part of me was scared. I wasn't actually scared of success. I wasn't scared of failure. I was scared of success.
What do you mean?
I was scared that if I become successful, people won't like me anymore. I'm scared of achieving my dreams because if I get what I want, I won't be happy with life. It was a trick my brain was playing on me.
You were thinking you were thinking about step 11 before you even started step 1.
Yeah.
And that's what was holding you back.
That's what was holding me back.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, what would my life look like? Will I have the same friends around me?
Yeah.
Will I still be that genuine, nice, humble person that I am now? Or will it change me? Will it make me that person I've always dreaded? And that was like my biggest fear, losing who I am.
Because sometimes you got to embrace the demon, bro. You know me, I like to have controversial takes here and there, but sometimes you got to embrace the demon, bro. Sometimes you got to be a bit of the egotistic, you know what I mean? Believe in yourself at the start just to get you going, you know? Like, for example, like, you know, when you watch like David Goggins videos, my FYP is messed up right now. Like, my mentality right now is like, I've seen a lot of David Goggins videos and it's like, get up, chuck on your shoes, you're scared, you're pathetic, you're weak. And for me, that's what gets me going. I don't know about you, but like, that's the one that gets me going. I'm like, yeah, what the hell? Let me get up.
Yeah.
Let me go do a run. Let me go gym. Let me push myself. Let me wake up a little bit earlier. I don't know why. It's just like, I need that, like, I don't know if it's like self-hate. I don't know, self-hatred. I don't know what it is. Like pushing yourself.
Yeah, I get what you mean. I feel like it's a fire inside you that's burning. And you feel like sometimes we get lazy, but like we make excuses. Well, we'll do it tomorrow. We'll do it next week.
Yeah.
But deep down, we know we can get that shit done right now. Our brains play tricks on us. We keep telling ourselves to procrastinate. It's this mentality of being soft. And as men, we always want to do better. We look at every single situation in our life and we're like, what can I improve financially? How can I improve my mental health? How can I become smarter, stronger, more successful in every avenue of my life? And I feel like it's a good thing if ego is driving you, but only for the good. Ego can be a very good factor if you use it for good. If you use it for bad, you'll just end up being an arrogant person who's accomplished nothing. But if you use your ego to be like, all right, I've done this, this, and this, I got it. Like, I'm capable of a lot more than I think I am.
Yeah.
And I think that's what made me confident in myself. I looked at how much I achieved and how impressive it was. And then I was proud of myself, bro. I'm like, I'm not done yet. The job's not done.
Yeah.
I keep setting my standards higher and higher. And my ego kept setting my standards higher and higher.
Yeah. So you use your ego to drive you pretty much, man.
100%. It's a very strong factor.
That was a good start. Davies, we're into the episode. We're already in. But we do a segment called How Deep Can It Get? We want to get a bit of the vulnerability side, talk deep about a certain topic. The first one is, the question is, what's your biggest insecurity in the gym?
My biggest insecurity in the gym is being a bodybuilder and knowing I've been very shredded on stage and looking my absolute best and having a chiseled jawline and knowing I felt that good, and then going to the gym when I'm bulking or when life gets busy and I'm not getting my meals in, I'm not training as hard, my physique doesn't look as good. In my head, I get insecure that I don't look good because I'm not comparing myself to everyone in the gym. I'm comparing myself to my prime. And if I don't look as like stage shredded in the gym, I don't feel as confident. And so when I'm training, I keep telling my mind, I'm building. It's okay. You don't have to be 5% body fat year round.
Yeah.
Because I grew up fat. I'm not obsessed with being a mass monster. I just want to be shredded, and I try being shredded year round, but my love-hate relationship with food doesn't allow me to.
It's not easy, man. It's not easy, bro. Even for me, man. Like I get moments I have a sugar addiction. That's my problem. Sugar's my weakness. I'm not really a savory person and stuff. Like I get the main meal out of the way just so I can smash desserts. You know, that's my weakness. And I'll wait after 4 or 5 weeks of smashing out sugar, whatever, after every meal, bro, I get the lower stomach.
I don't reckon sugar's your problem. You have a sweet tooth. I have that tooth. But you know how you can solve that? Sweetness. Like having like Pepsi Max or a sugar-free energy drink, or like having heaps of watermelon and strawberries. You're having so much sweet stuff, sugar-free maple syrup, and it tricks your brain to thinking you're having desserts. Yeah. Like if you ever have like protein yogurt and strawberries, you're like, this is sweet. You know it's not ice cream, but because it's so sweet, you're like, all right, I've had my like sweet craving.
My go-to right now is I'd have like fruits in the around like 3 o'clock. I just have a bunch of fruits just to get that like the sugar in me, you know what I mean? Yeah. That's my go-to. I want to know what's my biggest insecurity in the gym. My biggest insecurity in the gym is I'm not the biggest guy in the gym. If I'm not lifting the whole shelf, I'm not good enough.
Yeah, it's strength, especially when your strength drops, bro. You know how disheartening it is when you're like pushing 50s on the incline and you're like, I'm the man. Yeah. And then a few months later, you're pushing 40s and you're struggling. You're like, God damn, I'm weak as hell.
That's my issue. The thing is, like, I hate ego lifting, man. Yeah. Like I do it, bro. Sometimes I ego lift a lot. Yeah. And I did one time. That's when I stopped ego lifting. I did a decline bench press, and it wasn't even that heavy. But I don't know. I just pulled one of my chest muscles or something like that, and I was out for like 3 weeks. I didn't do chest for like 3 weeks, and I'm like, bro, I'm never ego lifting again.
That's the downsides of ego lifting, bro.
That's facts, bro. What's the discipline behind the gym, bro? I want to know that. I want to know because I go to the gym some weeks 3 days a week. I go sometimes to the gym 4 days a week. Sometimes I'm there like 6 days a week. How do you get that discipline? Because a lot of people probably watching and listening are like, I go to the gym twice and then I feel sore and then I don't want to go again for another 2 weeks, you know? And they just lose the motivation.
What I tell people is that motivation gets you started and discipline keeps you going. So the only way that I can actually give you motivation is external. But discipline has to come from internal. It has to be you teaching yourself good habits. Where you can do that is rock bottom. When you have no other option but to succeed, when you like get heartbroken, you face rejection, you have so much doubt in you, where you hit rock bottom, you're like, fuck, I got no other choice but to succeed. When you're left with no option, if someone held you at gunpoint, you will do whatever they say. If there was a fire under you, you will not fall, no matter when you're walking past that rope. So you need to remember, you're like, if I don't go to the gym, I will not be where I want to be. I'll be stuck where I am. Even if I don't feel like it, I'll still do it. That's a mindset you need to get, because over time, you keep delaying things. 1 week goes past, months go past, years go past, and you look back and you're like, I set myself all these goals. Look, I wrote all these notes, like all these affirmations. Like I told my family and friends, I'm going to do this and that. And then 5-10 years go past. And when they remind you, you're like, damn.
That's the worst feeling.
That hurts.
Yeah, it does.
That hurts.
It does, man. But like, let's just say I'm starting at the gym. What kind of motivation? Like you said, motivation gets you there. Yeah. What motivation? What's the motivation?
This, as shallow as it sounds, you go to the bathroom, you take your shirt off, and you look in the mirror. Are you happy with what you see?
Bro, you know, sometimes I have a cold shower. And when I have a cold shower, I'll jump in the shower. But then there's a mirror facing the shower, yeah? I look jacked. I look jacked only when I'm having a cold shower. The rest of the day, I don't look good. Yeah. But when I'm having the cold shower, I look ripped.
Man, have that cold shower at 3 a.m. You look like 10 times bigger and more ripped. Yeah. our brain can play tricks on us. I mean, I guess take some pre-workout, smack yourself, get some adrenaline going.
Yeah.
Listen to a podcast.
Yeah.
Watch a motivational YouTube video.
Yeah.
No matter what it is, even if there's a person you want to impress and you're like, I reckon if I look better, they'll pay me some attention. Use that as motivation. Even though after a while you're like, hell, I don't even want to do it for that person. I want to do it for myself.
Yeah.
Because you use that as an initial motivation, it'll help you like big time.
Yeah, it does.
So whatever gives you motivation, use it. Because over time, when you keep going, the motivation goes away and you're so used to it, you formed a good habit. You're going to the gym every day for 6 months.
There's something like, when you spoke about going to the gym for 6 months, you've been going to the gym, what, 10 years? You said along the line, probably more, 15 years maybe?
Yeah.
You've been going
15,
gym? Yeah. Let's just say I'm someone overweight, or I'm someone that's really skinny. But it's not easy going to the gym that first time. I remember my first time going to the gym, I was just like, I was really confused, didn't know what was going on and stuff. But imagine, for example, someone that's extremely out of shape and they're like, bro, people are going to laugh at me. That first time, the first time you go to the gym, it's been a while since you probably experienced it, but you probably have a friend that's probably their first time going to the gym. I had a couple friends, they're all like extremely overweight. They wanted to lose weight at the start and then like they'll come here and there whenever I'm going, whatever, Yeah. But that, I don't know if it's an embarrassment. I've had it a couple times when I was like super big. I'm like, oh, I don't want to go gym. I look a bit messed up. What would you say to someone like that?
That it's normal to have like that anxiety and that doubt. However, it's all in your head. Because I promise you, even the person who's the bodybuilder or even your favorite fitness influencers, when they go into the gym, they can get gym anxiety. They can feel insecure. They can sometimes get in their head too. It doesn't actually matter how good you look or who you are. Your mind tends to try and hold you back from these things. And gym can be a very scary place, especially with everything we've seen online, with social media and like social
Jack
pressure.
Swole?
Yeah, Joey Swole.
Joey Swole?
Saving the people. I believe Joey Swole's mentality is important because if everyone thought like that, then those people who are afraid to go gym won't have those thoughts. And it's an individual thing. The moment you go into the gym, you're in your own world. It's therapy. You have a long day at work or you have a fight with a family member or a partner. When you go to the gym, you're going there to clear your head. You're going there to try and understand your thoughts. It's not just trying to make your body look good. Yeah. Sometimes it's just for your mind.
Yeah, I get that too, man. Like after a long day, just, I don't know, stress, work, whatever, just lifting weights does something. Going on the Stairmaster does something. I don't know what it is. It's just because your brain's just focused on that. By the time you finish the set, you're just like, fuck. And you're not thinking about that issue anymore. But what about like the gym community? Because like, let's just say someone that does go into the gym for the first time, that is like, let's just say extremely underweight, extremely overweight, really insecure. Do you get the feeling, like some people might get the feeling, yo, these people are people watching me, people laughing at me. You know what I mean? It's
fair enough. I reckon that's called spotlight syndrome, where you think everyone's looking at you. And it stays for a while until you learn to really tell yourself it's okay. Like it depends on the gym and the vibe you get to. Like if you're starting to go gym, I wouldn't recommend a Dermot. I'd recommend like an Anytime or like a local 24/7 gym or like a community gym where it's like a warm up for you. So you're not going to a hardcore gym where people are slamming weights and people are like all jacked up and
guys, going to Dermot is the most. How about this? Going to Dermot is the most intimidating thing on this planet. I've never gone to, because I go to Zap. Yeah, Zap's cool. There's people that lift, whatever. It's not really like, it's a really community gym, whatever. But every like month or so, I'll go to a Dermot. Yeah, and I go to a Dermot to test how strong I am. And you'd see some 6 foot boy, don't worry. With the what's the singular called? The stringers? Yeah. You know what I call those guys? I call those singular G-strings guys. They walk around. G-strings. Yeah. They just walk around the gym and you're just like, bro, am I doing anything right now? You know what I mean?
It's like a ball of testosterone. I call them like pharmacies. Yeah. Like Chemist Warehouse and Dermot's have the same amount of drugs in them, I reckon. The amount of testosterone walking around. Yeah. As a bodybuilder who loves hardcore training and heavy training, I love the Dermot environment. Yeah. But I also can see how it can feel intimidating and be a bit toxic and egotistical. That's why I change it up. I say hi, I smile to everyone. I get people recognize me from social media. I'll have a chat in between sets. Because I feel like the gym community can actually be a very strong one.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of people who want to improve themselves. But Dermot giving all these like cheap deals, bring in thousands of people, and you get all the characters.
Yeah.
I've seen everything at Dermot. So
What does gym community mean to you?
Gym community is, I feel like it's the regulars. The regulars that go to the gym at the same time, and you see the same people, and just that when people like share equipment, and when people compliment each other, when people spot each other, when people smile and nod and actually be friendly instead of being like, oh, I'm better than you, or you think you're better than me.
Yeah.
When you get rid of that mentality and you're like, I want to help everyone here achieve their goals, and I want to have a good workout, and I don't want to ruin someone's day.
Yeah.
When you have that mentality, gym automatically has such a positive impact on your relationship with it. And then you go to the gym, you're like, it's my happy place.
Yeah.
It's a one place some people go to actually feel alive, to feel happy.
Yeah.
Everything else in their life could be failing, crumbling, but when they go to the gym and they get a pump or they listen to the music, do cardio, they automatically feel good again.
You know, obviously, the gym is a very male. I don't know what's the word for a lack of a better word, but like male majority place.
Male majority place.
I don't know. That's not a good word. I probably butchered it. But what about if you know a girl that wants to get into the gym? You know, she wants to start, and I get it. It's pretty intimidating when you're in a place where it's like 70% guys.
Yeah.
You don't feel as comfortable and stuff. What would you probably say to a girl that's trying to get into like fitness? Because guess what, guys? 50% of our listeners now are officially females on Spotify. The girls have taken over the divs. You're doing your thing. Shout out to you. But like, if they're listening right now, they want to get into the gym. They want to start working out harder, you know, without feeling like, okay, well, this place is like super masculine, you know?
Yeah.
What would you
100%.
say?
Well, it's important for females to feel comfortable at gym. And shout out to the gym girlies and big respect for them to like go to the gym regularly, knowing that it's like a majority male environment sometimes during peak hours. And they have less testosterone than us, so they're not going to recover as much, and it's harder for them to build the same amount of muscle. So when they do it's a lot more impressive. Like when I see a girl lift heavy, I'm way more impressed than seeing a guy lift 5 times their numbers. I feel like if they try and go to all girl gyms, then that's also a good thing, because at least they're in an environment where they're comfortable. Yeah. And it's different for guys and girls, you know? Some guys are going to get intimidated of other guys, but not as much as for females training around like 50 high testosterone men, you know?
Yeah, that's true, man.
Yeah.
Let's talk about a bit about you, man.
Yeah.
Tell us about your background, where you from.
Okay, so I come from Afghanistan, which used to be the most dangerous country in the world. Yeah. So like, it used to be a war zone. So my mentality growing up, I was like, I have to be tough. I have to be strong. Yeah. I came to Australia when I was 3 years old with my family. Yeah. And all I've known is like Australian culture. So
so you came young. You came at 3.
Came young, yeah.
Okay, so do you have like memories of? Have you been back since?
Yeah, I went to my auntie's wedding back in 2004. Yeah. So ages ago, I was young. Okay. But my earliest memory was actually Melbourne Airport. Oh, okay. I was 3 years old. I remember.
Just arriving.
Just arriving. Yeah. Like I can remember.
There's a big Afghanistan. Is it Afghani or Afghan?
It's Afghan. So the Afghan people, you would say there's Afghani food, or there's Afghan food.
I've been calling my boys Afghanis for like whenever I see him for like 4 years.
Yeah, it's technically not correct, but okay, like
so I say Afghan.
Not really, yeah,
Afghan. Shout out Afghan, bro. Yeah.
Afghan is a person from Afghanistan.
Afghanistan, yeah.
An Afghani man is still an Afghan man. Yeah. But like you wouldn't say he's from Afghani. He's from Afghanistan.
Yeah. Nah, because we had Zed on. I told you just before the episode. We had him on about 2 years ago, maybe. #1 real estate agent in Victoria, but he should be #1 real estate agent in Australia, bro. Top guy, bro.
100% in the world,
bro. That guy's. Bro, I'll give you guys your flowers, bro. Afghan people work hard.
Thank you.
From like the ones I've met in my life, they're just hard workers. Yeah. And plus the food hits, bro.
Oh, bro, Afghan kebabs, Afghan meat. I love all Afghan food.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I met a funny story, but I met I remember in Saudi, yeah. So this is like obviously like I met someone in the elevator.
Yeah.
anyways, we catching the elevator, and I see him all the time. This was when I was in I think I was in Medina, and this guy was in my lobby. I see him every time, and it was for like 4 days straight. It was just a simple like salam, you know, and then get out of the lift, salam, get back. Guys, on the 5th day, I just like it was like from like the 14th level to like the G. So I'm just like, I go, brother, where you from? He goes, brother, I'm from Afghanistan. I'm like, nice. And then he looks at me, he just goes, and then I'm like, oh, so what do you do in Afghanistan? You know, he goes, Taliban. I just looked at him, I'm like, okay, nice. What about you? Australia, bro. It was the funniest story, bro. And just, every time after I seen him, I just couldn't hold in a laugh, bro. I was just like, that's the craziest thing, bro. But yeah, man, that guy was it was a funny story, bro. That was like the funniest interaction I probably had in my life. But shout out to that guy. He was a cool guy, bro. I used to see him in like the buffets in the morning, all you can eat. And I just look at him, like I look at my sister, I remember my sister, I'm like yo, that's Taliban, man.
He could have been a member of parliament or government.
Yeah.
They're in control now.
Yeah.
The Taliban will have a lot of like ambassadors traveling around the world. He could have been an ambassador.
Yeah. Nah, he was a cool guy, bro. Every time he sees me, he gives me the nod. So I'm like, I might do a quick trip. I have a friend that actually was in Afghanistan like a week ago or something from when he posted. Posted a story there. Bro, it looks beautiful, man. Yeah,
it's pretty safe to travel now, actually. Like, I have family traveling there. And they're saying it's actually better to travel now than when it was under American power.
Yeah. No, but you guys are resilient people, bro. Like I get why you guys are like such hard workers, man. Like it's one of the hardest places in the world to conquer, pretty much. Yeah. Like I remember the communists tried taking over. Then after that, America tried taking over. America gave up, and they're just like, bro, gave the country back, and like it's starting to open up. I think they have like tourist visas now they're giving out. Yeah. So and apparently the chai there is unbelievable.
Building more roads, a lot more hotels and infrastructure. Afghanistan's trying to improve its economy, its way of life. Yeah, there's some political issues and issues in society, but like every society has their issues. Yeah. But yeah, the Afghan people are very proud people. They always fight for what they believe in. Yeah. They've it's very mixed. Yeah. Because we've almost been conquered a lot. Every single army has left their DNA. So you'll have like black Afghans, you'll have white Afghans, you'll have Afghans with colored eyes and red hair, dark features, and white features. Like
as well as like it's right next to Pakistan as well. There's a lot from Pakistan as well. There's a lot of there's an area in Pakistan that's mainly Afghan people. Yeah.
Yeah, however, now all the Afghan migrants are being forced to go back to Afghanistan. Yeah. Because they had millions, like over 2-3 million people migrate to Pakistan. Yeah. And then all those refugees are coming back. So
hopefully they come back. Country develops, man. It's a beautiful country, bro. From like the videos I've seen and stuff, I just think, man, like, and I think tough times, what is it? Tough time make tough people. Tough times never last.
Yeah. Easy times create soft men. Yeah. Soft men create hard times create tough men. Yeah. Like a cycle. Yeah. Then tough men create easy times, and then easy times create soft men. Yeah. Right now, Afghanistan is still in its hard time. Yeah. Trying to become an easy time to create softer men.
Now, hopefully everything works out there, man. It's a beautiful people, beautiful country, bro. All right, guys. There's no Does It Hit this week. We're on a massive car. We're in Durham at Oakley. So I'm going to do a push workout for you. Tell us what we're doing, what kind of workouts we're doing.
So we're doing chest, shoulders, and arms. We're going to be doing flies, incline press, flat press. Then we're going to do heavy shoulder press, heavy side raises, some front raises, bicep curls, hammer curls, tricep extension.
How long? I thought we were going to work out for an hour.
An hour. It's an hour, but it's hard, intense.
Hey, listen, if I make it out of this alive, I'm doing it for you, these babies. But let's jump into it.
So warm up, partials, 10 partials, 2, 3, 4, 5, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
I'm doing a bodybuilder's workout.
First 10 reps is partials. Straight arms, swing them out. Yep. 2, 3, 4.
It's light work, man.
9.
A few moments later.
Pause at the top. Let's go. The last few are hard. 11. Keep your head up.
This gym's a club. This gym is a club.
It's a big club with weights. People come here to socialize and pick up. There's only a few bodybuilders. Good work.
That
was the hardest warm-up I've done in my life.
Now that warm-up's done, we double the weight.
Of the same exercise?
Yes, and we keep the
That's
dumbbells
the
in.
worst exercise, bro. Guys, I've been doing gym wrong this whole time.
We're gonna warm up our chest with some flies. We're gonna open it up, feel the stretch, pause at the bottom, and really stretch it out. If you don't warm your chest up, you'll end up hurting yourself and you won't get proper mind-muscle connection. 5, 6, 7. Gonna keep that form.
Under the shoulders, control.
Yeah. Roll your shoulders back, pop your chest out. Yeah, like that. Control it. Now, keep your elbows slightly bent as you bring it down. Keep them bent. Do you feel the stretch? Yeah. Back up. And keep the dumbbells still. And then we're gonna go heavy on these.
How heavy are we talking?
How strong are you?
There in my gym.
Stay hydrated, folks.
Brother, I haven't had a sip of water, man.
Why? Why do you bring a water bottle? No water equals no pump. Tuck your elbows in. Don't flare them. Push. Control on the way down. Push.
Let's go up, let's go up, let's go up.
All right, guys.
Let's go up, let's go up.
All right, let's go up. All right, I'm going to attempt the 50s.
All right, go.
You don't have to do my way. I want you to smack my back.
Hey, yo, man.
No homo, just for adrenaline. All right, let's go. Ooh, that's heavy. Goddamn. Up. Oof.
All right, live 50, live 50.
Oof. All right, that was heavy. Yeah. All right, your turn.
What, on the 50s? Guys, you're tripping. You know what? You're tripping, Kat. I'm not doing 50, Kat. I'm going to give 40s attempts. I'm eager to see. If I get injured, it's on me. All right, let's go. 40.
All right, ready? Hold that.
All right, ready?
All right, stop halfway, press. Press up, 1.
All right.
All you, let's go. Push, 2, that's it, let's go. 3, push, breathe. 4, push, that's it. 5, push. All right, last one, I'm here, let's go. Up. Good work.
Don't slam the weights, man. It intimidates people.
Yes, sir.
I told you I'll do it, Kat.
Well done, bro.
I don't even do gym like that, Kat.
I'm impressed, guys. You did it well. Because I'm with my boy, we're gonna ego lift. We're gonna try and do 145 kilos.
Nah, relax. 100 kilo warm up. I'm not doing 100.
I'll help you with lift off, and then I want 5 explosive reps. 2, bounce it off the chest. 3, stabilize it. 4, 1 more.
Light work.
We're attempting 2.5 plates, but we're not gonna fatigue ourselves. We're just gonna do 1 rep, just to mentally prepare for like 140. 3, 2, 1. All right, smack your chest hard, both pecs, harder. Hard, get adrenaline. All right, did you get adrenaline?
Yeah, I feel like a man.
Let's go. Down, push. 1 more. Up.
Slide.
3, all right.
I got 5.
4, let's go.
While we're having this break, this gym, it's 9 o'clock. This gym is busy. It's crazy, it's full on. Let me know when you're ready.
3, 2,
1. Push, come on. Push, guys. Push, up. 1. You're struggling a bit, so I had to.
I know, but I was... Take care.
This is behind the scenes. You know, when they lift heavy, this is the gym talk.
Yeah, it hurt.
Look, guys, watch yourself. See? Let me do 100.
Okay, yeah.
This is for talking trophies. I'm gonna do 100.
All right, he said he's gonna do 100, and now he's gonna do 100. 2, 1, up.
Light work.
Lightweight, baby. Down, let's go. Breathe. Let's go.
That was a good
work.
That was a good for after doing 80 and 90. That was a good chest pump. Look, I'm slightly exhausted, but these bodybuilders are built different.
Dumbbells are being curled outwards.
Push. You know what I love about recording here? I don't even live in this area. I know nobody on the east side, bro. You can record. I don't feel one bit anxious, whatever. I can scream. No one will see me again here. I should have brought a single. I would have looked way bigger.
More 3D.
Hey, I challenge any other podcast in Melbourne to live like this. Don't want to talk to Travis. We keep up with anyone, brother.
100%. He's doing really well.
Take us to a kitchen, we'll cook. Take us to yoga, we'll stretch. Take us to a racetrack, we'll race.
What about Pilates?
I've never done it.
There's a Pilates room if you want to try it.
How come I don't have the veins cast?
Vascularity. Yeah, being natural. You have to get real lean and training for a long time. 5 to 7 years plus. Hammer curls, same thing. Arms are straight, roll your shoulders back, and then come outwards, but the dumbbells are straight. Squeeze the biceps to the top, slow on the way down. He's really feeling the stretch. He's also working forearms, which is good. I haven't jacked forearms, so your arms look bigger. Breathe, goddamn. Straight, that's it. Keep your arms straight. Curl them outwards a bit more. That's it. Hold at the top. Squeeze at the top. Good work.
Hey, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start making the drive down to this dairy, mate. Because it G's you up.
Once a week, training like this, 30-40% more gains, I reckon. How you feeling?
I'm rocked, but I can keep up. I'm keeping up.
He is. He's doing well.
Come on, bro.
He's doing well.
Mentality.
Time to push him.
I keep telling myself when I'm struggling, you're pathetic, you're weak, push.
1, up. 1, 2, 3. Keeping the elbows still. Forward, just the arm going down. Arm straight up, yep. Slow on the way, feel the stretch, push. Push, good work. Push.
We just smashed out an absolute workout. I'm knackered. But we got to bodybuild here. We got to do the poses. We got to do the poses you were talking about.
Chest, so you sit on one leg. It's like you get your hammy to pop, you get your arms together, and then you pop your chest out. It's the famous side chest. Arnold was known for it. The next is the front double bicep. You put your feet apart, you lean back, and your biceps are out. Another famous pose is the Arnold pose. So you put your arms out to the side, and boom, this is the victory Arnold pose.
Bit of road rage I just experienced. Look, guys, that's a workout. Overall, I'll give that workout a good 7.5 to 8 out of 10. It was a good pump, but yeah, it was a good workout, bro. Let's jump back up into the episode.
Let's get back into the gym stuff, man. I want to talk about supplements.
Yeah.
Taking supplements. Nowadays, bro, you just watch a TikTok video. Some guy says, hey, bro, take ashwagandha. It's going to solve your whole life problems and you're going to be an absolute beast, whatever. Then you go to the next video. It's like, hey, you're not taking magnesium. Hey, you're not taking this. Do you take supplements? How do you do your research around supplements and what's your supplement routine?
So I believe supplements aren't the most important thing. They're a big factor to help you improve your physique because they're a supplement. If you're not eating the right amount of foods, if you're not drinking enough water, getting enough rest, supplements are useless. You got to prioritize your clean eating habits, your water intake, and your sleep first. And then taking supplements like a multivitamin or a fish oil can be really helpful. And then creatine. There's a lot of research on that.
Yeah.
And then the extra things, if you're a gym goal, can help you, like protein powder or like a pre-workout and essential amino acids.
Yeah.
Every morning I wake up, I take creatine, I take a fish oil, a multi, and then before I go to the gym, I just take pre-workout. After gym, just an isolate protein powder that digests fast. That's it, those 5 supplements.
What was it? You said creatine. What do you have it with? Like just water or In the morning?
I put it in my pre-workout. So I mix my creatine with my pre-workout.
Yeah.
And then I have my fish oil and multivitamin.
Do you always take pre-workout?
Yes, I love it. I'm a pre-workout addict.
Yeah. But apparently, isn't there like a lot of side effects to it?
Not really. Pre-workout is just a bunch of ingredients mixed, like nootropics, things to help with blood flow and the pump.
Yeah.
They bring in like water into the muscle, and it just has like artificial caffeine and like things that boost adrenaline.
Yeah.
As long as you don't abuse it. There are like kids taking 3 scoops of pre-workout.
What is it? Dry scooping?
Dry scooping.
Dry scooping before the
at
gym?
like 9 p.m.
Yeah.
Right before bed.
Yeah.
And then wondering why they're awake all night and have terrible sleep.
Yeah. Because I took a pre-workout, but I don't take it anymore. I don't do any pre's or whatever before gym. I just go to the gym because pre-workout used to make me wake up at like 3 a.m. in the middle of the night, just gasping for air, heart racing randomly. And I'll take it at like 6 p.m.
You're probably having too much. Like, caffeine has a half-life. So if you drank like a triple espresso at 6 p.m., it would have had the same effect. Because by 1 a.m., you'd still have like 150 milligrams of caffeine in your blood.
Yeah.
And that's what was keeping you up. I time my caffeine. I have a lot when I wake up.
Yeah.
And then I get a little boost in the afternoon just to like push me through my workout. And then no caffeine after 4 p.m. That's how I do it.
So would you have, like a coffee or?
So I wake up taking pre-workout. And then I'll have a coffee, like a strong oat latte with some sweeteners around 2, 3 p.m. And that's it.
What does a diet look like?
In the off season, when I'm not competing and I'm not in contest prep, so I don't have to eat very strict, I'll eat a lot of meat, like a lot of red meat, steak,
hey, yo, pause, man.
mince, bro. I'd eat a whole cow if I could, bro.
So like you start your day because I said pause because you said I eat a lot of meat, Kat. That's what I'm saying. Pause for
red meat, bro.
But so how about this? You know what? Let's give a scenario. Let's not even competing, just a healthy cut. Let's just say someone watching right now wants to go on a cut. What's a good diet for them to jump on?
I reckon Spud Light potatoes.
In the morning, like it's from the morning to like
like in the morning, I reckon eggs, about 4 to 6 eggs.
Okay.
And then some oatmeal. Oatmeal is very good for digestion with some fruit.
Yeah.
And then an hour or two after that, a protein shake.
Yeah.
Isolate protein, not the regular whey protein concentrate.
What's the difference?
So concentrate's a blend between, because protein comes from milk.
Yeah.
And then when you have it in powder form, there's a blend version of concentrated milk and isolated protein. That isolated protein is just the protein.
Okay.
The rest is just dairy.
Yeah.
So it's cheaper to get the concentrate, but if you get the isolate, it's pure protein.
Okay.
But it costs more. That digests quicker.
Oh, okay, nice.
And it's you'll build more lean mass over time because it's a high quality protein.
Yeah.
So an isolate protein shake after eggs or oats.
Yep.
And then, like, especially closer to summer, a lot more green salads. So getting the veggies in, but then Spud Light potatoes, chicken breast.
So that'd be like a lunch kind of.
Like lunch, yeah.
What was that? So Spud, you said Spud potatoes.
Spud Light potatoes.
Yeah.
Some salad, green veggies, or some green leaves, or some lettuce.
Yeah.
And then chicken breast. Chicken breast is very lean.
Yeah.
It's very high in protein. But for dinner, I'd recommend red meat or salmon. Salmon because it's high in protein, but also has healthy fats.
Yeah.
Then you can switch to like a steak because red meat is more bioavailable. It also has iron and minerals. It's not just protein like chicken.
Yeah.
Chicken's just lean protein.
What about for a bulk? Let's just say I'm trying to bulk up this summer because I'm a bit skinny and I want to be a hench for summer.
You want to be swole.
Yeah, I want to be swole.
Bulk mode. Well, if you want to get big, you got to eat big. So just eat a lot more calories. Double your portions. Jasmine rice, mayo, eggs, red meat. Don't get extra lean mince, get regular mince. Put some mayo on it and heaps of jasmine rice and scoff that down.
Yeah.
Chicken breast, potatoes, and constantly eating every 2-3 hours. Drinking like 3-4 liters of water and then eating every 2-3 hours.
But how would you do that in a day? Let's just say I'm working full time. Like, you know what I mean? Let's just say I'm in the office from 9 to 5.
Yeah.
How am I gonna get that?
Well, I believe that there's always time. You just got to be willing to prioritize it. Okay. So you have to eat. In a day, you're not going to go a whole day without eating. I know some people get busy and they'll just smash a coffee and then eat at home. Yeah. But if you plan ahead, if you meal prep for 2-3 days, get some containers, get an air fryer, smash a lot of ingredients, cook for about half an hour, and you put it in the fridge, in your mind when you wake up, you're like, all right, I don't have to worry about takeout. I don't have to worry about what I'm eating for dinner. I've already made it. People just take the lazy way out and get Uber Eats or they'll get fast food.
Yeah.
And it's convenient. We live in a society where convenience is key because we live very stressful, fast-paced lives. But you put an hour aside every few days just to meal prep, put some containers in the fridge, and that's it.
That's a good idea, man.
Yeah.
Me, I do meal preps. I struggle, but man, I'm not consistent. It's not easy, man. But I realize if you wake up early on a Sunday, like you know how I say convenience, you make excuses and stuff.
Yeah.
But if you just wake up that 2 hours on a Sunday, earlier on a Sunday, that's your time to meal prep. Instead of sleeping late on Saturday, instead of sleeping at 1 to go to bed 11, you can wake up at like 8, 7, smash out your meal prep in the morning, and then you have a whole day.
100%. Like if people thinks it takes like 4 or 5 hours. It's not. It can take you an hour to prepare meals for the next 4 or 5 days.
Yeah.
And then you can still like eat out for 1 or 2 days if you want. But you know 80% of your meals are already prepared. Yeah. And you know what you're gonna eat. You can just switch up like rice with potatoes or chicken with red meat. Yeah.
Because you get tired of every couple of days.
You get tired, bro. It's boring.
Do you have that experience?
Yes and no. Sometimes in my off season after dieting for 12, 16 weeks, I just want to flat out eat like an elephant every day. Yeah. Eat everything and anything. Yeah. Noodles, burgers, pizza. I don't care. But when I'm in contest prep, I'll eat cardboard if I have to win. I don't care. Like I was eating tuna with asparagus and cottage cheese, no sauce. The days on end, I would eat like kale and barramundi and spinach and no sauce, and just to get my mind in the state where I'm not eating for pleasure. I'm eating. Tell me about the bodybuilding contest. Tell me the process before it, during it, because I grew up watching the golden age. Like I'd go back, the golden era, just watch a couple clips and stuff. And I met actually one day I was going on a bike ride and I went past South Wharf and I saw a bunch of people there, a bunch of just jacked people walking around. Yeah. And it was the Arnold Schwarzenegger Arnold Expo. Yeah.
Bro, I met Ronnie Coleman and they let me in for free at the end of the event. Ronnie Coleman, how about this? I didn't even know who he was. Like I didn't even know who he was. Like I knew him, but I didn't really know him. Like I was like, I know this guy from somewhere. Yeah. And because he's, obviously because he's got like now he has the
crutches.
He has the crutches to walk. Yeah. And he was just sitting there, just leaning, and people were coming for photos. And then eventually it was the end of the day. So he was just sitting there by himself for like 20 minutes. I went around, met all these massive hench people, all these other bodybuilders. And then I just went to him. I'm like, I know you from somewhere. That's it. I'm like, I know you from somewhere. I just don't know what it is. And then he goes, yeah, man, I do bodybuilding. And then he showed me like videos. I'm like, I know you, man. I'm like, how's it going? Blah. But I ended up having a chat with him for like 20 minutes. Yeah. Just sitting down and just having a chat. And he was a chill guy, man.
Yeah. One of the greatest bodybuilders of all time.
Yeah. I think he's the best.
Yeah.
For me, I think he's the best.
100%.
I think, that guy's motivation was like his mindset was like somewhere else. But tell me about the bodybuilding like now, because it's a bit dead now, like from the outside perspective, from where it was the golden era. But like I see people like C-Bum bringing it back, Yeah. Tell me about like the beginning, the middle, and the end of a whole bodybuilding contest.
So bodybuilders go through bulking and cutting phases. Yeah. Bulking's when they're trying to get as big as possible, put on as much muscle possible. So 3-4 months before a competition, when they cut and they strip down the fat, they keep as much muscle as possible. So when they're on stage, they have basically no fat, 3 to 5% body fat. And then it's an art. So it's judged based on what the judges think looks good. It's the only sport in the world where there's no set criteria. It's based on what the people want to see. Yeah. So Arnold and C-Bum look completely different. Like if C-Bum competed at the time of Arnold, he would have smoked everyone, but Arnold was a standard back then. A bodybuilder has to be very strict. They live very strict lifestyles. They live in like a box where they eat, they train, and then they rest. Even if they work, their life revolves around that. They have to be like food obsessed. They have to be able to like be very consistent day in, day out, do the same thing. Yeah. And so bodybuilding is just a mental sport.
Tell me about that start phase, the 3 months before you were talking about where they go through extreme cutting. What are they trying to do? What are they looking at? Is it like, my weakness is my shoulder. Let me get as big as possible so I can work on my shoulder. How does that work? That pre-bodybuilding contest.
So first of all, if they have a coach or if they have a starting base physique, their coach will be like, okay, your chest is not big enough. If you want to step on a bodybuilding stage, I can kind of see that when you shred down, your chest won't be big enough or your legs won't be big enough. So during the bulking phase, they're training extra hard, especially for that specific part. If I want a bigger chest, I'm like an artist. I need to make sure I look at my body like canvas and be like, I need to train harder. I need to eat more protein. I need to get more mind-muscle connection. I need to train with high intensity and calculate everything and try different exercises. So there's a lot of science that goes behind it too. And then you work on that body part and you eat and you rest and recover, and you have to be patient. It's a time game too. You won't look like Ronnie Coleman overnight, even if you take all the supplements in the world. So the bodybuilder will bulk, they'll get as big as possible. Then where they have a base, you kind of have to have like a laser vision eye where you can see what your body will look like under all that fat. And you'll know based on like your clothes getting bigger, your weight going up, and you're not holding as much body fat, your strength is going up. Because if I'm benching 40 kilos, my chest won't be as big as when I'm benching 140 kilos. So you got to look at all those factors. And then when you're shredding, you need to start looking at how much you're eating.
And when does that shredding part happen? What's that period?
So most people diet between 20 weeks to 12 weeks for a competition.
Yep.
In order to get stage shredded. My last show, I only dieted for 6 weeks.
Okay.
Because I was fairly lean, so I knew that I didn't have to diet as hard.
Yep.
But it also depends on how shredded you want to get. So if you want to look good on the beach, anywhere between 9 to 12% body fat, you'll look good. You'll have abs, you'll have some veins, you look a bit like 3D, you look henched. But then if you want to be like C-Bomb or Ronnie Coleman and you want to get down to sub 5% body fat, where your head looks like a skeleton. Sub 5% body fat is shredded glutes. Your ass looks like an almond where you have lines everywhere. Your shoulders will have lines everywhere.
Okay.
You look like you haven't eaten in 2 years.
Ronnie Coleman said he dropped, what is it? He was at 0.033% body fat or something. That's cap. Yeah.
That's cap. Yeah. I love Ronnie Coleman. I believe he was one of the most shredded open bodybuilders.
Yeah.
However, he was closer to 3-4% body fat.
Okay.
He was still like dangerously low percent body fat, but it wasn't 0.33%.
Okay. So then you get to that point where you get extreme shredded.
Yeah.
And then what happens in the competitions? When you go there, what is going on? Because I just see a bunch of tanned men with a bunch of oil down and just posing, and I'm like, bro, if I watch this video for more than 5 minutes, I'm straight sus.
Yeah, like I get it. It's a bunch of like naked men on the stage, oiled up, like flexing as hard as they can next to each other. Like when you look at it from that perspective. I remember my first comp, 3 days before, I had to get my full body tan. So you stand in like a tent, you put like a sock over your junk in the cold, and you have a person spraying fake tan on you.
Yeah.
And then when you're really dark, because like when you're dark, all the cuts and veins show out more under those stage lights. Then you have to carb up because you're flat. You spend months dieting, you cut carbs. Then when you get flat, you have to eat carbs to blow up like a balloon again. So an hour before you go on stage, you have like 100 guys, all in their like posing trunks, pumping up with these bands and weights, and then eating like rice cakes and carbs, and like trying to look as pumped as possible on stage. And then you line up behind like 10 guys, and then you have to do your routine. There's like a song and like
how does that work? So did you rehearse before?
I rehearsed. I practiced my routine for months. You choose a song, you get a minute on stage. Like the moment you walk on stage, the music starts, and you have to get off stage in that minute.
Yeah. And what is it? Just flex every muscle on your body?
Yes, but it's more like it's an art. So the way you pose, like when you see guys pose, there's an art to it. So you have to have rhythm, you have to have flow, you have to have confidence, you have to make sure you look good while you're posing too. Like the poses have to suit your body. All that, and you have to do that when you're dry, dehydrated, at a very low body fat, in front of 2,000-3,000 people under really bright lights.
And you were competing in classic physique, right?
I competed in classic, yeah.
What's classic physique? Is that like a weight class?
Yeah.
I know there's the open one where it's like it's
big as
do
possible.
whatever you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what's classic physique?
So the three main categories is men's physique, where they wear board shorts, and the judges base their upper bodies.
Yeah.
And
Now,
it's
I
more like a
know
beach
black
one.
people are winning that one. Because black people, legs-wise, we're not the best. But upper body, like we have the worst calves. I don't know what it is about black
calves,
people and
yeah.
genetics.
Yeah.
Our calves are horrendous.
Actually, bro, funny you say that because Ronnie Coleman was black, and all the top 10 bodybuilders are always black guys. West African genetics are actually the best in bodybuilding.
Yeah.
Some black guys, they wouldn't even touch a dumbbell, and they'd be bigger than guys who've been going to the gym for 6 years.
Yeah.
So yes, the calf genetics can be small because like most black people don't go gym will have small calves, whether they're tall or their frame. But I reckon black genetics can be some of the best in bodybuilding, minus the calves.
Yeah.
Asians probably win that one.
Asians got... Bro, Asians' legs?
Asians legs.
Bro, I got a mate, bro. His legs are just crazy, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're not even that big, bro. But like his legs are just genetically just like solid.
Yeah, some people have really strong upper bodies and then no legs, and some people have big legs.
Yeah.
Honestly, if I could choose, I would have a physique with really big legs.
Okay.
Because when you wear a shirt and then shorts, everyone thinks you're jacked just because your calves and quads are huge.
Ah, I see.
And legs make you feel powerful.
So with the classic physique, bro, correct me if I'm wrong, but that was introduced based on Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yes.
They brought it in about 2015, 2016-ish.
Yeah.
To like, and it's based on pretty much the whole body, and is it how ripped you are?
Aesthetic. So
Aesthetic, yeah.
it's bringing back the classic look.
Okay.
So classic physique is all about embodying the classic look, which was more than 70s and 80s bodybuilders.
Yeah.
So Arnold was the standard, something like that, trying to look like a classic bodybuilder, because open guys were getting too big.
Okay.
And they were getting bubble guts.
Okay.
So even though they'd be shredded, they're on stage looking 9 months pregnant after eating like a food for a small family, you know?
Yeah.
And so Classic wanted to bring in that small waist, which is for the mainstream people. If they saw a Classic guy in real life, they'd be like, damn, that guy's jacked, but like he looks good.
Yeah.
He's not too big.
Yeah.
So then C-Bomb came along and he changed the game.
Yeah.
Because he pushed the limits of Classic. Because even though Classic guys weren't as big as the open, C-Bomb was a genetic freak. He'd get big, shredded, and his waist would stay tiny. And like he'd have the crazy flow. And then you'd have all these genetic freaks come up. And now bodybuilding has become so competitive and the standards set so high that even Classic now is a favorite. Most people, even if they don't know bodybuilding, they know C-Bomb.
Yeah.
Because he made
I know C-Bomb. Like they'd say, like sometimes when I'm bored at the gym, I'll be like, let me do a C-Bomb workout. You know, like how they have like C-Bomb workouts and stuff.
100%.
How'd you go with the competition? Where'd you place? What was the biggest learning experiences from the competition?
So my first competition in October last year, I placed dead last. I was an amateur. I didn't know what I was doing. My sleep was bad and I carved up too early. I just wanted to experience it. So even though I wasn't happy with how I looked, because I experienced it, I was in love. I loved the whole process of dieting and seeing my abs and seeing cuts and veins and just the whole pumping up and performing on stage. But then I was more motivated for my next show. Even though I came in last, I'm not going to quit. Then I entered a novice. So there's true novice, like rookies, then novice, which is harder. When I competed in my height and weight class, I came fourth in my second show.
Nice.
I was a lot more confident. I was a lot more ripped. Even though for my first show, I dieted like 15, 16 weeks. And I came in last. For my second show, I only dieted 6 weeks. But because I had experience, I'm like, I know what to do now. I'm a lot more confident. I know what I'm getting myself into. Yeah. And so the dieting was easier and my confidence was a lot higher. And I had a buzz cut for my second show. So I feel like I looked a bit bigger.
Yeah. What happens after it, man? I know once the competition's done, you're eating anything, everything, whatever's in your way. What is that? What's behind it? What is it all about?
So when you get that
meal.
shredded, cheat meal.
Yeah.
I literally went for my bodybuilding show in the morning at like 6 a.m. My show was at 9 a.m. And then after my bodybuilding show, I went to the fitness expo. It's where the Arnold was. That's where I ate a burger and fries and started feeling normal and human again. Smashed like 10 chocolate bars. And all I could think of was junk food.
Yeah.
But me and my mates kind of, we still socialized. We went to a festival. We did normal human things. And then the next day I woke up just really hangry. My body was just depleted. Then when you eat normally again and drink water, you gain like 5 kilos in 2 days.
Why is that?
Because your body's flat and depleted. And then you become like a sponge. When you're that flat, when you don't eat carbs and you start eating carbs and drinking water again, your body blows up because you're like a sponge. You absorb everything. Yeah. And your body's just begging you to eat.
Okay.
And then you do get post-comp blues. So you feel a little bit depressed because you went from being so shredded and you put your body under that much stress and you had all these expectations for yourself. And then you went from that, from extreme strict lifestyle with a goal to just living a normal life, eating normal food, trying to feel normal. Some people are meant for it. They're like, yeah, I love that process, the bulk and cutting post-comp. But then some people, it really gets them mentally. Like when they start putting on a tiny bit of body fat, they get scared and they form eating disorders and body dysmorphia issues and body. It's not, bodybuilding is not easy. It's very expensive.
Yeah, it does look hectic, man.
Yeah.
Bro, I've been trying to get abs for like the last 4 years, bro, and I haven't even come close. So imagine getting abs and losing them like 3 days after you come.
Losing them 3 days after you dieted for like 4 months.
Yeah.
So disheartening.
Yeah.
But that's where you learn to like have a balance in life where you're like, all right, my body looked good on stage. I don't have to go on stage again. Yeah. I can enjoy life. And if you understand that balance, that's where the most successful bodybuilders kind of thrive. Yeah. Because you had Ronnie Coleman, like he was months out of the Olympia and he was still eating like fried chicken.
Yeah.
But then when he was in contest mode, he would eat cardboard to him.
And yeah, there was a different mindset. You know, obviously there's a big stigma behind bodybuilding and it's the performance enhancement. Yeah. Also known as steroids, also known as steroids, also known as TT up, also known as something that makes you feel jacked.
Jacked, yeah.
Tell us about steroids in the thing. Steroids. Have you ever taken steroids before? Are you natty or what is it? What's it? Are you natty or
natty or not?
Natty or not? Like, what's behind that and what does it do and the side effects?
So I think in the mainstream, the public kind of know that bodybuilders aren't natural, especially in enhanced leagues. But bodybuilding wasn't actually the first sport to use performance-enhancing drugs. So steroids were first seen in the Olympics. I think the Russians used them in the 50s.
Was it the Russians or the Germans?
The Russians.
Maybe, yeah, okay.
In the 50s. And so this was pushing human limits. And it started early, and then Arnold was actually the first famous bodybuilder who was on steroids that everyone knew, but not a lot of people knew who was on steroids. Then when steroids became normal society and everyone was on them, from footy players to golf players to cyclists, steroids became mainstream. They just had to be hidden, you know, like pretending to drug test these athletes and then there was a social stigma behind them because everyone thinks of steroids. They imagine like a Ronnie Coleman person raging and
roid rage.
Roid rage, yeah. However, performance-enhancing drugs are completely different because if you understand them and you get the proper research and the proper coach and you get your bloods done, there's a healthy way of approaching it. Bodybuilding is not healthy. I'm not saying that if you take steroids, you're going to be healthy, but there is a healthier way of doing it than just doing it on your own and seeing it as like a party drug where you abuse it to make yourself feel good. Like performance-enhancing drugs have their purpose. You could abuse all the performance-enhancing drugs in the world and you still won't have a good physique. I personally know people that they abuse performance-enhancing drugs and they look natural. But then genetics play a role with the hard work and doing everything else right. Performance-enhancing drugs just take all that to another level.
Yeah. I've always wanted to do one cycle. I'm not going to lie. The thing is, my heart doesn't let me, bro. I had inflammation on my heart, and I'm like, I'm not going to risk it just for a six-pack, you know what I mean? But I'm like, let me jump on. I always go TRT.
TRT.
I'm like, yo, I'm going to do one cycle, get absolutely ripped. Yeah. Train hard. I'll train 7 days a week, get ripped, and then get off it. But I'm like, I'm not going to risk it. Because obviously there's cardiovascular side effects to taking...
100%. Like people actually don't know how dangerous steroids can be because they'll get on it sometimes at a young age. I'm 28 years old. They'll get on it at like 16, 17, wanting to be a bodybuilder. And then when their hormones are out of whack and they're mentally not all there and it's draining their wallets because it's expensive, then they regret it, but it's too late because they've shut their natural testosterone limits. And that's why I'm just like, patience is a big thing, and doing a research, because yeah, everyone wants to look like C-Bum, everyone wants to look like Arnold or Ronnie Coleman, but if they think one steroid cycle will get them there and training for a few months, they'll be wrong, because you can do that one cycle, you'll gain a little bit and you'll be like, damn, like this is nowhere near what I thought I'd look like. This is no joke. Most people who take performance enhancing drugs will experience that. Then like, all right, it's a long road. Like, I don't have the best genetics. And even if I did, 5-10 years just to go on an amateur stage and be first. Because there's guys, I'm 28, and even if I was enhanced for a year or say 2 years, I'm going up against guys who've been on it for 7 to 10 years. So
you can't compete pretty much.
You can't compete sometimes. So you have to understand, you're like, all right, if I'm willing to sacrifice this, how much am I willing to give for the love of bodybuilding? If you love bodybuilding that much, are you willing to inject like a performance enhancing drug, a liquid that you don't know what's in it, in yourself? Are you willing to deal with the side effects? Are you willing to take years off your life? And this is what I tell to all the young gym goers who are considering it, because it's no joke.
Yeah, there's one steroid that I'm like, bro, if whoever takes this is an absolute machine, and it makes you like, I heard someone was saying that like, bro, they've tried ice, heroin, crack, they've tried weed, they've done cocaine, and they're like, my mind wasn't as crazy as when I was on Tren.
Trenbolone.
What is Tren, Brian? Tell us what it is and like, why is it that crazy?
Okay, so testosterone is a hormone in our body, and our body knows what to do with it. So when we have more synthetic testosterone in our body, we still feel normal, we still feel good. We just get all the benefits, more strength, higher libido, more energy, more drive. You just feel amazing. But then there are steroids that are alien to our body.
Okay.
Because some of them were made for cattle, for big bulls, for big sheep, for horses. And that was Trenbolone. Trenbolone, our body is actually tries to reject it because it's so toxic. It's like a yellow liquid. When you look at it, you're like, damn, like this is basically poison. However, it's like a bottle of Trenbolone is more powerful than a warehouse of protein powder. Like, it is the most powerful steroid on earth, because even at tiny doses, you feel like a bull. This is how I describe Tren. It's like Mike Tyson and Thanos had a baby. You have like unlimited strength.
Guys, put me on it, bro.
Bro, you feel like a villain.
What's the side effects? Is the side effects that bad?
Okay, well, think about it. If you think you're going to...
Guys, I'm trying to feel like Mike Tyson and Thanos' son, right?
Imagine the side effects of living the life of Mike Tyson or Thanos. So there's rage.
Yeah.
There's insomnia. There's like paranoia. It's like poison for your body. It's like on the same level of ice as a performance-enhancing drugs for your heart, your kidney, your blood pressure. Tren can also, if you're not mentally strong, get you mentally in a state where you're like, wow, I didn't think I'd have these thoughts. It can really mess up your thoughts.
Yeah.
So you have to be very mentally strong to take Tren. And keep in mind, if you're taking Tren and you're in a contest prep where you're dieting, where you're hungry, you're going to be more angry. You're going to you got to have a lot of self-control, because if you think you can just take the strongest steroid on earth and handle it, like,
you got another thing coming.
Yeah.
How many cycles of Tren can you do before you go crazy? What's the border?
I reckon if you run a dose of Tren at even over 100 milligrams, you start to really feel it within a week.
Yeah.
It's no joke. While testosterone, if you're on it for your whole life at a TRT level, you'll feel good. Tren you do for a week, most guys can't handle it for a few weeks. Most guys can't handle Tren at a low dose for a few weeks. Then you have bodybuilders taking 700 milligrams for like months on end. So 100 milligrams you can't even handle for a week or two. Then you have bodybuilders, their bodies are taking in 700 milligrams.
I always find that a bit weird, man, with steroids, bro. I'm just like, this person's trying to be like super alpha, but because you got to inject it in your glutes, right?
Yeah.
You got to inject it in your glutes.
Intramuscular.
That's the most like...
Yeah, look. So the whole concept of injecting in bodybuilding, people are scared of it because you're associating needles with like drug use, and like you feel like a junkie. You just feel like you're injecting ice or heroin. But then I remembered when you remember we were getting the vaccine and they were jabbing our shoulders.
Yeah,
I'm like, damn man, if the government's forcing a needle in me, I'm gonna like voluntarily do it to myself.
Yeah,
you know? I don't want them to force. If they want to give me a vaccine now, I'll do it myself.
Yeah,
that's the mentality I got, and like. If you see it as getting medication, you have to inject insulin. So if you take a pill, it's like drinking a shot of vodka every day because your liver has to break it down. So if steroids came in a pill, because our livers have to break it down, it's that toxic. It's like drinking vodka every day for your liver.
Okay.
So when you inject, the needle goes into your body and the substance goes straight into your system without your liver having to break it down. So some bodybuilders inject their shoulders.
Yep.
They inject their lats, their back. Some inject their biceps. But glutes and legs are most popular because they're the biggest muscle. Because, like, again, if you get it wrong and you inject into a nerve or a vein and you inject like a bubble in there, you could die. If that bubble goes into your brain, you drop dead.
No way.
So no joke, yeah.
Guys, kids, stay off. Deeves and Davey, stay off
Stay
the
in school,
roids.
guys.
No, just don't
Stay
come near the roids. I want to talk about genetics. Because genetics, you see, I'm from East Africa. Our weakness is for the guys, we get big glutes and we get like a little, like a gut. You know, like the bottoms. The
pouch, baby pouch.
You get that, we get that. And it's weird because we still keep skinny arms. So like all the older guys are like this. Skinny arms, big butt, and it's just a gut coming out. And it's the most disgusting look. And I'm like, bro, I don't want this.
Yeah. Look,
how do you fight off genetics?
To be fair, if I showed you my before photo, you'd be like, "This guy's the worst genetics I've seen in my life." I had a really big gut. I had man boobs. I had the biggest.
I think I saw the video. Yeah. I saw the video on TikTok. Yeah.
So when you think your genetics are bad, you got to train for a long time first. You got to eat right first, and then when you cut the fat and you see how good your body looks, and then how fast you build muscle. Then you'll know you have good genetics. I only knew I had good genetics when I started training. Okay. Because people thought I was on roids even when I was natural. And so I was like, damn, like if they think I'm enhanced, even though I'm natural, there's no point in staying natural. Yeah. But I knew I worked my ass off. I was eating right and I was training to like failure. You have to train hard, even if you take performance enhancing drugs.
Would you, for someone, let's just say me, I'm East African, big glutes, gut, skinny arms. What training would I need to do to fight off my genetics? Not fight off my genetics, but strengthen myself. Your body look. Yeah.
I reckon you start learning about all the important compound movements, like push-pull legs, like a shoulder press, squat, bench, deadlift. Then you build a good base like that. You also look at your diet. You're like, am I eating too much sugar? Am I eating too many carbs? Am I not eating enough protein? Am I not drinking enough water? I tell everyone, if they want to lose fat, or if they want to look better and feel better, drink 3-4 liters of water a day. Because most people are dehydrated. Or they're drinking like a can of Pepsi or a soda and probably 1 or 2 glasses of water a day, you know? Yeah. People are dehydrated. And then I tell them, let me see how you train. And then they do a few reps and they fail. They go, I'm tired. Nah, you need to push your body to failure. The human body is stronger than you think. Yeah. So when you go to the gym, actually train hard. Like, think about a breakup. Think about being in a war zone. In your head, tell yourself, push until you feel like your arms are falling off, or squat until like you feel like you're going to collapse. You're stronger than you think, man. Like, don't ego lift, but also train hard.
Because I'm going to train with you and I want to see how strong I am. I can't wait.
I'll push you. Don't worry.
Before we wrap it up, let's go top 3 bodybuilders. Who's your favorite? Who's your go-to guys?
C-Bum, because I want to look like him. He's the epitome of classic. 2 will be Ramon Dino. He's the guy who's second place in classic physique. Yep. Because he's trying to beat C-Bum, and I like that rivalry. And 3rd will be Ronnie Coleman.
Okay, nice.
He was one of the coolest bodybuilders, I reckon.
I'll probably go Ronnie Coleman first, Jay Cutler 2nd.
Oh, nice choice.
And C-Bum 3rd. That's what I'd say. I don't know. I like C-Bum's personality, bro.
Yeah.
And Jay Cutler is the one that he did the 8 hours of arm workout?
No, that's Rich Piana.
Rich Piana as well.
Yeah, far.
Yeah, Jay Cutler. I like Jay Cutler as well. He's hard. Yeah. Listen, let me just quickly, before we do wrap up, test out. I'm going to do a trivia. We normally do a trivia at the end of the episode.
Okay, let's go.
I got a couple questions. We'll see. And I did gym-based as well. Okay. We'll see how you go. What muscle group is primarily targeted during squats?
Quads.
Correct. What is the largest muscle in the human body?
Glutes.
Correct. What is the primary muscle worked in the shoulder press?
Delts.
Correct. Damn. What hormone is primarily responsible for muscle growth?
Testosterone.
God damn. I should have made it harder. All right, yeah. Who has the records of most Mr. Olympias?
Ronnie Coleman. And Lee Haney.
God damn, bro. They got them all right, guys. Correct, bro. Damn, bro. Anyways, actually, let me ask you one more question. One more.
Yeah.
Summer's coming around the corner. I want to get in shape. Give me a 12-week program. What's
12 weeks.
Just something I can do to get into shape right now. I want to get into shape. I got a bit of a gut during winter. I've been comfort eating. For our Divs and Davies, give them a workout plan and a diet they can follow for 12 weeks.
All right. When they wake up, have a long black coffee and go for a walk or run. 20, 30-minute walk or run. Boost their metabolism, faster cardio. Then at least a liter or 2 liters of water before their first meal. So hydrate. After you've done cardio, hydrate. Then lean protein sources, chicken, red meat, salmon, and smash some veggies. It'll keep you fuller for longer. If you're craving sweet stuff, fruit. And if you also want less carbs, Spud Light potatoes. Portion out your food.
What's Spud Light potatoes? You keep saying that.
So Spud Light potatoes is lower carb potatoes. Okay. So they're less calories, but they keep you full.
Yep.
And they taste mad. It's like if you air fry them and put some salt and sauce on it.
Yeah.
Hot sauce. It's my secret. When you put hot sauce on any of your hot food, instead of mayo or oil, it's a lot less calories.
Okay. Nice.
Also
After that, what else?
Also, hit the gym at least 3-4 times a week, but train your full body. Don't just train legs. Girls and guys, don't just train your upper body. Train legs. Don't skip leg day.
Yeah.
Because legs burn the most amount of fat. Be out more. So move around more. Go for walks. Don't just sit at home. Park your car further away. Spend a bit more time in the gym. Make healthier food choices. Like if you can get sugar-free, do it. If you can find a lower calorie option, do it. And just be consistent and enjoy it.
Yeah.
Make sure you're actually training hard with intensity. Don't just go to the gym and half-ass all your reps and give up before you reach failure. Fail on at least 2-3 exercises if you're training and doing 6 to 7 exercises.
Perfect, bro. Roman, thanks for jumping on the episode.
All good, bro.
Guys, Divs and Davies, get big. Big summer coming up. You know what? If all the Divs and Davies get ripped, we're going to have an event this summer. Let's just say that. But thanks for jumping on, man. I appreciate it. Make sure you guys do hit the subscribe button. If you're listening on the audio podcast, hit us with the follow button. Besides that, stay humble. Faith.